About 2 years back, the UAE placed a large visa ban on Nigerians, which led to a lot of mass deportation, job loss, and a lot of Nigerians completely stranded. Despite this, there are still a lot of Nigerians and Africans from all over the world coming to Dubai, building up the businesses, also gaining jobs amidst the visa ban. And even despite this ban, the shocking fact is that a lot of Africans are still bringing their children to Dubai for things like education, as a vacation spot, or just for enjoyment purposes. In this year alone, I have met over 5 Nigerian families that have moved from Nigeria to Dubai purely for work. Despite the ban, it seems that a lot of Nigerians are still enjoying the benefits of Dubai, but at what cost? A lot of conversations have been had about the challenges that Nigerians are facing here in the UAE. Some people say it's good, while some other people say that it's completely bad. In this video, my goal is to put all of these rumors to rest by telling you guys the honest truth about living in Dubai as a Nigerian. Welcome to this space. My name is CHIOMA. It is amazing to have you guys back again on the YouTube channel. As always, I will tell you guys to subscribe to the channel if you're someone that is looking to grow as a Proverbs 31 woman, or you want to join me on my journey as I navigate life in Dubai as an expat. On today's video, I'll be telling you guys about the honest challenges that I have faced both living, working, and studying in Dubai as a Nigerian. I am putting this video out because there's a lot that has been said about Nigerians and what's happening to them in Dubai. So I'm just making this video to tell you guys exactly the challenges that I have faced in terms of these 4 categories, and to give you guys my honest overview of if these are challenges that are going to stop you from succeeding in Dubai or not. I have laid out timestamps for every single part of the video in case you're someone that you're not really interested about rent, but you're interested about occupation. All of that is down in the video description below, so that you're able to basically move on to the part of Dubai that you want to see. If it is how the ban is affecting us in terms of occupation or in terms of rent, all of that is linked down on the timestamp. Now let's get into the video. Let's start with the first pillar of the video, which is rent. Now when it comes to rent in Dubai, I can't lie, it can be a bit tricky. Let me just give you guys a quick overview of how the Dubai market works. The Dubai market operates with a very, very unique type of structure. Every single thing is processed and done using Emirates ID. Your Emirates ID is even more powerful than your passport in some cases. With your Emirates ID, you can open a bank account, you can get a SIM card, you can get rent. A lot of landlords in Dubai do not only ask you for your passport when it comes to renting spaces, they also need your Emirates ID. It is one of the most important documents that anybody that is coming to Dubai has to have. The whole issue with the Dubai Nigerian visa ban is that there is a lot of problems with getting your Emirates ID done. Now, this does not mean that your Emirates ID is impossible to get. I'll be talking about the Emirates ID more during the ending part of the video, but this doesn't mean that the Emirates ID is impossible to get. It's just a bit difficult given the ban that has been placed on Nigerians. So what's happening now is that a lot of companies, they're very hesitant before it comes to employing Nigerians, mainly because of that ban. So in terms of rent, let me just give you guys a quick overview of what the rental market in Dubai looks like. Your rent in Dubai is going to vary according to 2 main things: proximity and amenity. A lot of the more affordable apartments in Dubai are not actually located in the closest or the main parts of Dubai. They're sometimes located in the further parts of Dubai towards Sharjah. Sometimes you can find at Silicon, sometimes you can find all the way in Expo. If you're looking for an apartment in Dubai for an affordable price, you're going to need to live in those far parts of Dubai. You're not going to get an apartment that is literally at the center of Dubai that comes at an affordable price. So just to give you guys an overview, now for a studio in Dubai, for a fully furnished studio in Dubai, you would need around 4.5 to 5,000 dirhams if you're going for a studio that is very far from the main parts of Dubai. A furnished studio, I mean everything is included. You don't have to pay for electricity. You don't have to pay for dewa. You don't have to pay for water. You don't have to pay for gas. Everything is all included in that price. And you usually find this around Furjan, Silicon, sometimes Jebel Ali, sometimes Expo City. So all of these things vary. I usually book all my apartments using either Property Finder or Bayus for me to know exactly how much these prices are varying for. In terms of getting that Emirates ID, I'm not trying to say that it is impossible or it is not achievable. I have so many friends that own apartments in Dubai, that are living comfortably, that have employment in Dubai, and they're still able to easily get the Emirates ID. Just so that it's not going to come as easier in terms of getting an Emirates ID when compared to other nationalities in Dubai. Now, a new law that I know currently is that people that are trying to apply for an Emirates ID, they always have to submit a police report. Now, a police report is just basically a certificate from the Dubai police showing that while you have been within Dubai, you have not caused any problem, you have been a good citizen, everything you've done here, you have done it well. So that's something that you should definitely keep in mind if you're planning a move to Dubai. Always have to ensure that you have that Emirates ID, because without your Emirates ID, you cannot do anything in Dubai. So if I would rate the ease of getting an Emirates ID / apartment in Dubai, I would give it a 5 out of 10, mainly because I don't feel like it should really be this much of a lengthy process. One thing I forgot to mention is that in Dubai, they take their payments using check. Checkbooks are basically given to you by the bank, whereby you're going to give it to your landlord as a form of assurance that you're going to live up to your own end of the deal. Now, this is where the problem comes in with getting checks. So let's give this a rating. So a rating out of 10, I would give ease of getting an apartment a 4 out of 10, because there are just so many processes that go into it. Like, why do I need a police report to get an apartment in Dubai? Because I'm trying to get an Emirates ID. So when you compare it to like other parts of the world, it's kind of much more difficult to get it done here in Dubai. It's not impossible. It's just a lot of barriers that come into play. So that's something that I want you guys to think about before you actually plan to move to Dubai. Let's move on to the second pillar. Opening a bank account. If you're in Dubai, you need money. There are no two ways about it. So now the issue with bank accounts is just that Emirates ID and that whole stigma about Nigerians in Dubai. When it comes to opening a bank account, I won't lie to you, it is a very difficult and lengthy process. There's so many documents that you would be asked for. There's so many papers that you would require. And back when I opened my first account in Dubai, I was actually a student. So for me, there were so many things that they were asking for that I did not have. I even had to send them a proof of employment from my parents' side to show that my parents were actually working and I wasn't just staying in Dubai with no assistance. So it's kind of not a straightforward process, but if you know how to maneuver the process, you can definitely get it through. I created a video whereby I talked about the bank accounts that you can open in Dubai as a Nigerian, and I gave a detailed breakdown of how I was able to open those bank accounts. You can find the link to that video up right here or down in the description section. Now, when it comes to opening a bank account, why it is so important is that a lot of rents / apartments that you want to take up in Dubai, they actually require you to get a checkbook. The landlords in Dubai have to be assured that when it is time for rent, you're not going to tell them stories. You're actually going to live up to your own side of the agreement. That is where the checkbook comes in. Before you get into an apartment and it is fully yours, you need to give a landlord at least 6 to 8 checks showing that every single month a certain amount is going into the landlord's account. So if, for example, you want to rent a studio apartment that costs a total of 60,000 dirhams, or else you're able to pay that 60,000 dirhams upfront, landlord demands a check. The issue with getting a check is that a lot of banks in Dubai actually do not give Nigerians a checkbook, or else you're working at a certain company or your company has to be the one to write to the bank to offer you that checkbook. So you see where I say that it's quite complicated in terms of Dubai. It's not that easy. It's not an easy place to live, but if you can make it work, it can be one of the best decisions that you have ever taken. The rental system in Dubai is quite confusing, but there are definitely ways to bypass this. You can ask your friend to help you offer those checkbooks, or you can get into an agreement with your landlord whereby you're going to pay them half of the rent in cash and then the other half with cash. But you have to ensure that you are going to fulfill your end of the bargain, because if you do not, it can literally take you to jail for this type of thing. I had a case whereby one of my uncles was helping me to provide a check for my apartment, and then what happened was that after the money was paid to him, he did not live up to his own end of the agreement. The landlord tried to withdraw the money using the check that we had offered him in advance. The check ended up bouncing. the check was literally a bounce check. I was this close to going to jail for a problem that was not mine. So that's something that I really want you guys to keep in mind before you move into Dubai. You need to ensure that your bank account is sorted so that you don't have any of these problems. So in terms of ease of opening a bank account, I would give it a 3 out of 10. I won't lie, it is a lengthy process. It's a process that can take you 2 months to open a bank account. It took me 2 months to open my Mastercard bank account. After I opened my Mastercard bank account, it was much more easier for me to spread out my accounts on accounts in different banks, much as I choose. So it's just that first thing going that is always difficult in Dubai. When it comes to getting that first thing done, that first job, that first apartment, that first account, that first car is going to be difficult. But after the first time, it's going to get way more easier. Let's move on to the third pillar, transportation. I talked a little about transportation in the beginning part of this video. Let me give you guys a more deep and overview part of how to survive transportation in Dubai. If you compare it to like other things I talked about in terms of owning a bank account, having a rental space, getting a car in Dubai is not that difficult of a process. Even getting a driver's license is not that difficult of a process. It's just that Emirates ID. The minute you have your Emirates ID, you can literally do whatever it is that you want. So when it comes to owning a car, getting your driver's license is not that difficult of a process. However, a lot of people that I've spoken to have complained about the issue with passing their driver's license. According to them, sometimes driving agencies here actually fail them so that they can keep on increasing the amount of money that they are going to pay to these agencies for them to have their driver's license. I don't completely agree with this because I have seen some people that have previous experience with driving actually pass their driver's license within the first try. The truth here is that if you know how to drive, they are going to pass you, but you have to take that test. But if you're a citizen from like US, Canada, UK, you can actually convert your driver's license here in the UAE. That is not a problem. But if you have a Nigerian driver's license or a license from any other African country, you're not allowed to actually convert this to a UAE license. It's not going to be recognized. So you have to take the driver's license from the start. As I said, guys, it is not the most difficult process. The minute you just have that Emirates ID, it's easy for you to get a car. It's easy for you to get that driver's license. In terms of ease of getting a driver's license, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Among everything to do in Dubai, this is actually the easiest thing to do. Dubai is so easy when it comes to things that have to do with spending money. But when it comes to things that like investments and all of that, it's really difficult to break through that first one. But believe me when I say that if you can break through that first one, if you can push through that first obstacle, you can definitely catapult and get onto other parts of your life, and everything else is just going to keep on getting better from there. Now let's get to the last part of the pillar, occupation. A lot has been said about occupation in Dubai. Do they hire Nigerians? Do they not hire Nigerians? And I'm going to tell you guys the honest truth. The honest truth is that no, they do not hire Nigerians, but they still actually hire Nigerians. Let me break it down for you this way. If you have a Nigerian person that has the right skills, that knows how to use the right software, that is well versed in exactly what the employers are looking for, they're going to hire you. But if you're a Nigerian that is feeling that you can come into Dubai and get it easy, like someone that is from UK or from Canada or from US, or how Dubai works. Dubai is the type of market that, especially for Africans, you have to show that you have so much value to give, to the point that the employer sees that you are the only good option for that company. I used to believe that there were no opportunities for Nigerians in Dubai. Nobody hired Nigerians, but I have seen a lot of Nigerians rise up to great positions in a company. I've seen them work in big companies all over Dubai, and being Nigerian was not the thing that limited them. It was their lack of skill that actually limited them. Now, granted, some of them might have issues with things like their visas and all of that, but if a company is serious about you, if a company actually wants to take you in, your visa is not going to be a problem to them. A lot of companies here in Dubai actually operate in free zones. Now, free zones are basically companies that have laws by themselves. So their laws are kind of different from what the laws in the UAE are. Free zone companies, they have their own law when it comes to hiring people. They have their own law when it comes to how to bypass the whole ban and all of that. They have their own laws because that is just basically something that has been given to them by the UAE government. Any Nigerian that's watching this, I would highly recommend that you target free zone companies, because when it comes to sponsoring your visas, you're not going to have so much problem. But aside from targeting free zone companies, I really strongly advise you that you target your skills. You have to ensure that you can use the software that is needed needed for your market. I wish someone told me that 4 to 5 years back. That is what I would have focused on. And I'm focused on the fact that Nigerians are getting banned. Nobody wants Nigerians. Nobody likes Nigerians. Use that time to actually upskill yourself. Use that time to actually invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're someone that has value to give to a company, they're not going to use because of your skin color or because of your nationality and not hire you. It doesn't make sense. Money is always going to be an exchange for value. The more valuable you are, the harder people are to resist you. There are so many people in this world that have gone out to do so many great things, not because of their whites, not because of their black, not because of their orange, just because of they have value to offer. If you're someone that has value, if you're someone that knows what they're doing, you're going to be hired. It is that easy. Lots of people in Dubai also use their wasta a lot. As you guys should know, wasta is not about what you know, it's about who you know. It's about who is the person that is working in that company that could put in a good word for you, that could get your feet through the door. If you guys want me to do a separate video where I talk about wasta in Dubai and how to grow your network in Dubai, let me know and I'll create a separate video for that. So far so good. A lot of people have been getting great opportunities in Dubai, mainly because of people that they know. They know the people in the right position, and then from there they can break into that industry that they want to, because they know somebody else that is already within that industry. When it comes to the Dubai market, it's going to be difficult for you to get that one job. I say that it won't be, but because it's difficult around you doesn't mean that it has to be difficult within you. Everything is always going to be about your mindset. It's always going to be about the way that you see things. Now, I don't want you to watch this and feel like, oh my God, it's difficult to get into Dubai, I'm never going to succeed. You are going to succeed. Something that I want you guys to keep at the back of your mind is that you have to be willing to do more. You have to be willing to upskill yourself. You have to be willing to put in the extra work to learn that software or that machine or whatever it is that is trending in your industry. You have to be that person that your value cannot be replaced. When you have irreplaceable value, that is when you can break into the Dubai job market. And the minute you get that first one, everything else just starts rolling in easily. It's just so much easier for you to switch industry. But it's always going to be about that first one, that first job, that first opportunity. That is always going to be the barrier. But trust me when I say that it is possible. There are people that are doing it that look like you and me. So if they can do it, I can do it, and therefore you can also do it too. In terms of rating the occupation, in terms of ease of getting an occupation as an African or a Nigerian, I will give it a 6 out of 10, because it's the same with everywhere in the world. If you want to go to UK, there's going to be competition. If you want to go to US, there's going to be competition. There's going to be competition everywhere that you find yourself, or else you're entering a growing market whereby they need a lot of talent inside. Then it's going to be way easier. But it's just the reality of things. To get anything good, you have to be willing to put in the work. So it's the same with the Dubai market. But I promise you guys that it's not that difficult. And if these people that I have mentioned can do it, you can definitely do it too. There's so many people from US, UK, Canada, and a lot of them are talking about how they even want to leave these countries to a different countries. The truth is that if you can start off in Dubai, set a good base for yourself in Dubai, you can use that to launch to any other part of the world that you want. You will not be limited by a certain sport. You will not be limited by a certain location. You can move to any single place that you want. So I want you guys to see Dubai as a launching pad, not as a place that you stay to have your family, to settle down. It's just basically a place you stay. You gather what you can, you do what you can, and then you launch your family to a different place based on what you've done in Dubai. I've spoken to a lot of people that actually came to Dubai, set up something for themselves. They were working in a company, and then after a while, they actually took all of their children and they moved to a different country. Just to know that your plan of coming to Dubai is not so that you can relax. It's not so that you can enjoy the Dubai lifestyle. No, your plan of coming to Dubai has to be based on strategy, has to be based on this is what I want to accomplish in 2 to 3 years, what I want to do. This is the country that I want to move to while staying in Dubai. You need to see Dubai as your launching pad. If you take that view towards Dubai, things are going to start to open up for you, and you're going to see opportunities for you to advance to a different part of the world. If you guys enjoyed this video and you got a lot of value from it, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. If you have any single question about any of the points that I said, or you want me to go into more details, please drop me a comment and I'll definitely reply, or send me an email to talkswithchioma@outlook.com. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.